The Reaper Leviathan, the most popular creature in Subnautica by far, being the staple of it, and being the most iconic of the franchise. Now, after my last Subnautica video being the Psychophisters in Subnautica, I thought why not do the opposite and drop the Reaper Leviathan in real life and see how would it biologically work, and to see how it would look. Now, the first step was to get a Reaper model to analyze the parts of it and see how this would biologically work. From what we've researched, we got the teeth that kind of look like shark teeth, but some of them are blunt as well, so we'll need something that resembles that. It has extremely strong back muscles and shoulder muscles to help propel itself through the water, as well as pretty strong pectoral fins to help it push, and pretty unique fins, as they don't really help much during the water, but they also don't cause much drag. So these are some of the characteristics we will need when finding an animal like this to use. The first one was burbot considered, along with the eel pout, the lingcod, the goat, the ocean pout, the lizardfish, and finally the frilled shark, but one stood up among the rest that fit a lot of these characteristics perfectly, and that is the wolffish, specifically the Atlantic wolffish. This will serve as the base of this animal, as it will evolve from the wolffish to the Reaper, as wolffish first came around 20 to 30 million years ago, so we have some time to adapt this wolffish. Over time, this wolffish will need to dive down deeper into the water, as they dive decently deep, but they will need to dive deeper to evolve to get larger, as wolffish usually go from 0 to 500 meters, but we're going to need it to get to the pitch black zone. So it will evolve to become larger, more adapted for deep sea hunting, and the water pressure. Now, the first thing it's going to need to evolve is the mandibles in the face, and these are typically used by the Reaper as an extra grappling device to pin prey with it and pull them to its mouth. So we will need to incorporate this into the overall biological animal and see how that works. Now, majority of the animals down here characteristics are bioluminescence and dark colors, so we'll need to incorporate that as well, along with the larger animals having large eyes, focused mainly on vision, so we'll need to incorporate this as well into our animal. Along with this, if this animal is going to get even close to the Reaper size, it will need to hunt large prey, which majority of the animals are small down here, though there are giant squid who do get pretty large and would provide a good meal, as well as various large sharks like the goblin shark, six-gilled sharks, and sleeper sharks. So these will all be on the menu, as well as the occasional whale fall or whale carcass, which will provide a pretty good meal for this thing. Now let's capture the rest of the details before we release the actual design. Wolffish already has strong enough jaws and teeth that resemble the Reaper, as well as a build, but it will need to become more elongated, as well as become much larger and more adapted for swimming more than just hiding rocks. It will need to adapt similar to the Greenland shark with pressure resistance, as well as thick hide, just like the six-gilled shark, and it will mainly also hunt the occasional Japanese spider crab, as these are large enough to provide a meal and would be pretty easy to crush with this large teeth. So these guys would definitely be on the menu if it was in the area, so yeah. Along with this, it also will need to return to the surface at night to hunt the occasional, for example, whale or large animal, as well as the sharks that it hunts, and the squid, and the occasional large fish. So with all of this researched, let me introduce the bio-accurate Reaper Leviathan. Now, this would be if it needed the accurate color scheme, as it realistically wouldn't be the best option for an animal down here, so this is the actual Piscis facelifera, which basically means the Reaper fish, and its name is Namazu, which is a Japanese water fish god. So yeah, we'll be naming it that. This is a pretty cool animal, I'd say. hunting in deep waters and returning to the surface at night to hunt larger prey. They get around 40 to 80 feet long, weigh 20 to 60 tons, and that's pretty much it for the size. And yeah, they use their large grappling mandibles on their face to help pull prey closer to them if they are faster, as well as grappling against each other, using it to push each other back in close combat, as well as using them to grab crabs, as Japanese spider crabs would be on the ocean floor, and it'd be harder for this thing to get on the ocean floor, so it would just use its pincers when it swam by to pick up the crab and just eat. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this one, as this was a pretty good one to research. I liked the Reaper, this Reaper Leviathan a lot. I think it turned out well. I was a little worried about the color scheme, but it turned out really nicely. So if y'all want to see me do the Gargantuan Leviathan next, let me know, and yeah, have a good night.